Iceland, known as the land of ice and fire. You don't need to be an experienced hiker to see Iceland's best landscapes. These 5 beginner-friendly hikes lead to a hidden waterfall inside a canyon, a crashed plane on a black sand beach, an unbelievably blue waterfall, one of Iceland's most unique cascades, but one of these hikes is a bit longer than it looks online, so watch until the end before adding it to your itinerary. The first hike is the Sólheimasandur plane wreck. This is one of Iceland's most famous landmarks. Probably seen it before in photos. The plane wreck is a US Navy DC-3 that crash landed on the Black Sand Plains in 1973. There is a happy ending though, everybody on board survived. The trail is completely flat. This makes it easy for almost anyone to get into this hike. The downside? It's about 7 kilometers or 4.3 miles round trip across an open volcanic landscape with very little shade or shelter. We walked it in the rain and got pretty drenched. So if it's a rainy or even sunny day, be sure to prepare before going on this one. The dramatic contrast between the white aircraft and the endless black sand makes it one of Iceland's most photographed locations. Fjaðrárgljúfur Canyon. Next is the canyon that almost looks computer generated. Gljúfrabúi is around 2 kilometers long with towering moss-covered cliffs carved by glacial rivers that formed thousands of years ago. The trail follows the canyon rim, and this gives you spectacular viewpoints the entire way up with multiple stops in case you need to catch your breath. It's a fairly easy walk with very little elevation gain, but be sure to stay on the marked paths and protect the fragile moss on the sides. There's a huge viewing platform at the end of the trail, and it's around a half an hour to 45 minutes total. This is one that anybody can do. Number 3 is Svartifoss. Svartifoss was one of our favorite waterfalls that we saw while in Iceland. It's famous for the striking black basalt columns surrounding the falls, creating one of the country's most iconic natural scenes. This hike is about 3 kilometers round trip, and it's a pretty steady uphill climb. But the trail is extremely well maintained and it's very suitable for most beginners. In terms of how beginners trails go, this one will be a nice challenge but also very achievable. A real crowd pleaser of a hike. Along the way, you'll also pass several smaller waterfalls, making the journey almost as rewarding as the destination. Gljúfrabúi might be Iceland's best hidden waterfall. Most tourists walk right past this hidden waterfall without even knowing it's there. It sits partially concealed inside a narrow moss-covered gorge. It's just a short walk from the famous Svartifoss. The cool thing about this hike is that getting there is part of the adventure. You'll step across a few rocks and into the canyon itself where the waterfall suddenly appears, towering in front of you. You'll probably get soaked, so be sure to bring a lot of waterproof shoes or boots, rain pants, and a jacket. You won't be able to keep your feet dry on this one. It's a short walk, only a couple kilometers, and it's on a flat trail, but it's easily one of the most unforgettable experiences you can have in Iceland. The last great beginner's hike on our list is Brúarfoss. This hike follows a peaceful river before arriving at what many people call Iceland's bluest waterfall. I mean, look at this drone footage. The waterfall isn't especially tall or wide, but the incredibly vibrant turquoise color of the water flowing through the dark volcanic rock creates an unreal scene. The trail is roughly 7 kilometers round trip, making it longer than many first-time visitors expect, but it's relatively flat and well worth the effort. And if you don't want to do the full 7 kilometers, there's a dirt road that'll take you to a parking lot, which you gotta pay for, pretty much right next to the waterfall. But where would be the fun in that? If you want to get some incredible photos without all the huge crowds, Brúarfoss should be at the top of your list. So which beginner hike would you choose? Let me know in the comments, and also subscribe if you want to see more hiking content from our channel. Thanks for watching, guys.